Yeah, now. Hi, everybody.
Wait, I thought you were putting us on the going live stream.
We've been on the growing live screen for the last 5 minutes.
What the fuck?
Trial by fire. Welcome back, everybody. Woo!
Hi, everyone.
Start with as we need to go on.
Yeah, it's chaotic.
Excellent. Hi. Who dis? Heck.
I am here. It's the Victorian peasant. It's me.
It am she.
For one night only? No, that's not true. I'm here tomorrow as well.
Yes. I know you all love Cult of the Lamb very much, but we are going back to Dragon Age.
You can't prevent it forever.
It's good to know that it's a popular backup game.
Yes. What? Yeah. How we doing, chat?
How's it going? It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, it feels like 1,000 years since I've been on this stream.
It does, actually. I mean, you've not been on it.
I've only missed a week.
No, I think you've missed more. You missed you've missed art stream.
I missed any stream. Any art stream specifically, I've missed a few weeks.
Yes, you kept it with Dragon Age until last week, but you've been skipping on art stream for a while because that's not as important.
Yes, not as important to me.
Like, I'll keep you on one, damn it. You have to have some free time.
Good to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm in theory gonna be writing poetry this stream. We'll see how that goes.
Ooh.
I've been writing poetry all day, so one would hope.
In the brain space for it.
Yeah, it's my go-to of like, I want to write, but I don't want to have plot structure and shit.
That's fair. Very fair.
Wait, what was what?
What was what? What?
Eh?
You mean you're asking us to repeat something that was said, or are you referring to like a noise?
No, I'm referring to what Das said.
I know that's what I'm asking. I'm asking Das. What are they referring to?
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did fantasize that. Actually, yes, you did actually make that up.
Totally projected that.
Very much fabricated a scenario there.
I did write something on my to-do list that I need to do for Oka, but I didn't say that out loud. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I'll probably do it now, but...
You just said.
Huh? Oh no, it's not like a make thing, as in like, I just need to pop something in the chat.
Oh, is it a question for when are people available?
No, but it's adjacent to that. It's the prerequisite for that. But no, in theory, I'm gonna be writing some poetry.
Yeah.
So, I guess people are free to throw things at me. Because I'm not particular with it today.
Well, I think we know where Das's brain is.
Yeah. Keep it general. Yeah, I can tell I've been in poetry brain because I've picked up 2 poetry books today.
Ooh. Care to share?
Yeah, let's talk about poetry books for a second. So I was reading, I didn't pick this up today, but I did get around to reading it. Whoops, what did I just hit? I don't know what just happened. Oh, my walking stick, that's what I meant. I was like, what the fuck? I was reading Fiona Benson, I think you say Ephemeron? Fiona Benson's Ephemeron?
Yeah.
And I was reading this because I love her last anthology, which was called Vertigo and Ghost, which was all about Zeus. I'm only a bit of the way through this, and it is a bit much for me.
Oh, okay.
Because it's in thirds? Yes. Nope, it's in quarters, it's in 4 parts. And the first part is all about bugs.
Mmm.
And it was a bit much for me. Beautiful poetry. Fiona Benson's a wonderful poet, but a bit much for me. The second section is called Boarding School Tales, which I did really like. And then I haven't finished the middle section, the next one, which is Translations from Pasiphae, which Blue knows who Pasiphae is. And then the last section is called Daughter Mother. But,
Hell.
Fiona Benson has a really, like, the way she does poetry anthologies is really interesting because what she does is she, like, so for example, her last one was like these poems about Zeus, and then she wrote a bunch of poems addressed to her daughter, and putting them next to each other made it really, like, impactful, having them right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So in this one, she's got like the 4 sections next to each other, and like you're meant to kind of bear the last one in mind as you go forward. But yeah, so it's a lot for me at the moment, this one. But then while I was out, this is a PSA for people in the UK. If you live adjacent to or in a city that has an Oxfam Books, holy shit. Yeah, we have a charity shop that's just wholly devoted to books. And there were 2 books that I nearly bought in Waterstone that I then went into the Oxfam and found them in there. So I have this is Staying Alive, Real Poems, Unreal Times, which is a massive poetry collection.
Yo!
Of all kinds of poetry. There's kind of a theme to these 2, but like, this is kind of broken
Oh my goodness.
sections. Yeah, bless you, sweet Jesus. But yeah, this is just a massive collection of poetry. And I think I just flicked to the last one, and I've actually got it, that's what I've got written up on my board over there, because just straight up, it's the last one in the anthology. I was like, oh, it's really short, let me read it. And it was like, oh. It's Late Fragment by Raymond Carver, who's a relatively well-known writer. And it goes, and did you get what you wanted from this life, even so? I did. And what did you want? To call myself beloved, to feel myself beloved on the earth.
Okay.
Aw.
Okay.
It's just good. My hometown has an Oxfam book, it rules! It does! And then the other one I picked up, which people are going to be surprised, people who know anything about poetry are going to be surprised I didn't have this, but I finally picked up the first Poetry Pharmacy. Because there's 3 of these now? 2 of these? 3 of these? But the idea is that this Poetry Pharmacy, tried and true prescriptions for the heart, mind, and soul. And I actually listened to an interview with the guy who made this, and he's just like a fascinating person. He's one of those people who learns every poem he reads by heart. So just
just sort of like spits them all out.
Just throw them out. But like, yeah, the idea of this is that like there are categories. You go in with a problem, and it will give you a poem. So there's like anxiety, glumness, old age, lack of courage, need for moral guidance, like unrequited love, social overload, like there's all these like specific issues, and then it gives you a poem to try and ease your hurts and your problems. And it's a very cool idea for an anthology. And I have finally picked it up, and I haven't read any of them yet, but I'm excited to.
There we go.
But yes, charity shops, book sections, lit. That poem, I know, it's so good, isn't it? I didn't say hi to Galaxia, by the way. Hi, Galaxia.
Yes, we were going off about poetry. Sorry about that.
I was going off.
Yes, but I was very keenly listening.
Yeah, I will say as well, poetry pharmacy collections are very like, I hate throwing around the word accessible, but I know a lot of people find poetry very intimidating. Poetry pharmacy is a very good way into it if you want to try poetry, but are nervous about it, because it's got a massive range of like older poetry, newer poetry, etc. I welcome poetry talk. Good. I'm glad someplace does.
Oh, you know it's going to be welcome here.
Yeah. I love poetry. I literally, because I was writing poetry, I literally sat for 2 hours and just wrote poetry today.
Nice.
And then I came home, and while I was waiting for the stream, I literally just pulled out every poetry collection I could find to hand that I own, and was just like skimming between some of my favorites in these. So I'm in the mood to talk about it, basically.
Nice. Strong return to form.
Yeah. Do I talk about poetry much on the stream? I don't know. I feel like
You don't, but we all know that you like it.
Oh yeah. I think I've been trying to work on my prose, because I find prose harder than poetry these days. But I write way more poetry. Honestly, I love poetry. I don't particularly understand much of the artistry, the styles and constructions. I just like hearing people talk about subjects I love. Makes sense. Honestly, I think the idea that poetry is only enjoyed through perfection and like understanding structure and syntax and like rhythm and things is like a myth perpetuated by the classical education system. Like, most poetry that you'll read, especially modern poetry, you don't need that understanding to enjoy it. But if you can, a concept invented by the Jedi, indeed.
Yes.
They're like, you know, you can get a lot out of, you know, Shakespeare's sonnets if you get really into its structure and things, but you can also just enjoy it for what it is. I enjoy the heck out of it, and I'm simple egg. Yeah! Blue has closed the program. Less than 20 minutes into the stream.
Delete your art.
Delete your art.
I was unhappy what I did in the first 10 minutes, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just start again.
I need to get you that t-shirt.
There's a reason we incremental save, guys.
Drawfee's influence is getting too big.
Oh my god, just because it was in our recommended and we didn't know what to watch, we were having dinner, I put on a Drawfee episode last night, and it was so fun because I've seen a few bits of Drawfee, but Spook and Stanchi basically haven't, so when it was, when I just randomly put on this episode of making characters from Furby Name Generator, they were like, what is happening? And I was like, I refuse to explain.
I didn't even watch all of that one yet. I've only seen the first few minutes.
So I ain't explaining this.
No. Also, like, you explain Drawfee and then what? Like,
yeah, like, well, so what exactly am I supposed to explain? It's a YouTube thing, you know?
But also, like, Drawfee's mad. You got me watching Drawfee now? My influence.
Yes!
Yeah, Drawfee's great. Like, unafraid to plug Drawfee. They're trying to get to 2 mil, I think.
Nice.
Just good folk. Doing good things. And also are just silly. Immensely silly and funny people. I'm happy to be a drop in the ocean on the path to 2 mil. That's the whole way you do it.
That's the way it has to be.
Yeah. Enjoy some profoundly cursed content. I feel like every meme of theirs that I've introduced into, like, the cluster brain has always been a net loss. like I've done damage to the cluster every time I fed it a Drawfee meme. Apart from maybe Julia is this blender.
It's been very useful.
Julia.
Is this blender?
Splendor.
What's funny to me is that as much as we reference it, nothing can really communicate the sheer despair that is in that phrase. Like we never really quite get it when we quote it. Like that wouldn't come across, but if you listen to it in person, you can just hear Karina like dying like a little bit. She just dies a bit inside as she goes, "Is this Blender?"
If you put in Drawfee Julia, the first thing that comes up is the Drawfee Blender.
Is this Blender?
I'm gonna just post someone who's clipped just that part, but I need you guys to know that this is in a challenge episode where they have to draw themselves into their favorite anime, and that it's just meant to be a drawing.
It's a drawing challenge. Drawing.
But Julia Le Petite cannot be contained, controlled, anything. I love Julia, unironically.
Yeah, as soon as we were watching the Furby thing, I was like, all you two need to know is that Julia is last, and Julia's gonna make the most cursed one. That's why she's last.
Yeah. Thank you, Cole.
Hi.
SCP. Julia is an SCP.
Yeah.
There's a comp somewhere, if anyone wants something funny to watch, but wants to watch it after the stream, because stay on the stream. But there's a comp floating around YouTube, which is the special way that Julia plays games, which is it's an SSS compilation, which is Jacob and Julia's Twitch channel. But it's just Julia playing every game she can find in the most cursed way. Because she does. She plays everything. What is it Jacob said? You play like a squirrel. Like, like every time she sees something, she's like, "Oh, what's this? What's this?" Like, doesn't actively resists doing what the game wants her to do. Which made her great for the Stanley Parable, but there we go. Anyway, so far we've covered poetry and Drawfee, so we're very much in my neck of the woods.
Because really, for me, not a lot has happened because I've just been doing this non-stop for like the last 4 weeks. And you've been privy to it.
Working.
Yeah.
I found a second monitor in the attic.
Hey!
Hallelujah. Yo, someone give me something to write poetry about. It can be very vague. Drifting around corners into ghost hell.
There you go, there's your theme. Lost some vampires? I can try that. Oh no, there's 2 buzz. Yeah, buzzwords is what I need. You guys might hear pencil noises because I write poetry better physically and then transfer it digitally. Poetry writer adapt. I don't know if you meant adapt. I can't read today apparently. How do I make this not just a poem about the 1,000-year vampire story I'm writing? How do I not do that? I honestly, I need to get back to that because the like 3 chapters of that I've written, which people should read because it's some of my best work. I think about them every day. It's genuinely some of the best stuff I've ever written. Especially chapter 2, the Giselle one, is legit like the best thing I've ever written.
while I've been to the cathedral today, because all my poetry has a religious slant for some goddamn reason. Spend 5 minutes at a cathedral and suddenly you're throwing out some words.
Might as well be good for something.
Yeah, the first poem I wrote today is called Irreverence, so that should tell you something. Very good one. Five minutes in a church. I feel like that's a... Never mind.
You know, it's very typical for us because I just recalled that literally about 2 minutes before I hit the go live button, you were going to talk about something, and you were like, I'll save it for the stream, and then both of us have forgotten what it was.
Oh, it was the charity shop stuff.
Oh, okay.
We're okay.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, I think it was that. Yes. Yeah, I went on a charity shop. The town that I live near is is the best charity shop place in the world as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just read what I'm gonna read this aloud so that it can live on the VOD. 5 minutes in a church has a capacity to transform someone either to Space Marine style Templar or Catholic guilt sexy man Hosier.
And then there's Thane, who is both.
Yes. Where am I on that spectrum? I don't even know. I'm like sexy man Hosier without the Catholic guilt. Can you hear the pencil noise? I don't know if you guys can.
No. The Discord's noise cancellation is too good for it, I think.
Curse you. Pals, I'm gonna be honest, I said what I immediately thought and now I gotta live with the consequences.
That's how it be!
That's how it be. It's indelibly on Twitch and YouTube forever. I've just realized what you called this stream, Blue.
You took? Wow, really?
It's directly behind my microphone.
Okay.
I had to angle my head to see it. Does it mean what I think it means?
I had this as shade soft, but I think I'm gonna try it as a shade sharp. Because it seems to not like it.
Okay, but what does that mean?
Gets rid of that shadow.
obviously in a vampire poem, I had to put a werewolf dig in it.
Woo!
It can't be a vampire poem if you don't trash werewolves.
Just happy to be here.
What a very Vampire the Masquerade thing to say. Can't. Guys, we can't. Keep me away from it, please, Lord. Please hold.
Loving both that and a werewolf's funny message of just punch a CEO, you're a werewolf, let's go. Sounds good. Please hold.
What did I miss?
You're on the hold tone.
I missed nothing then. That's not what I wanted.
No, night, sweetie. I don't know if she heard you.
No, I didn't hear speak. What?
That means the sentiment was there.
Hey, fuck you.
Carry on with your fairy tale book.
Oh, this weekend's gonna be so much fun.
You say this now, wait till Friday, my man. It really loses.
We can meme as if we're not going to spend the entirety of the weekend in the living room and he's going to spend the entirety of it in here.
Unless we're playing board games, then it's war.
I get to show you Flamecraft finally! Yay!
I thought that's where that would go. We're in the concentration time
Yep.
already. Overthinking this, I think. Man. Wiggly? What?
Wiggly?
From
Oh, the
Black Friday?
tail! Sorry.
The villain from Black Friday?
No, they're referring to this.
Ah.
It's an important component. It's the first thing that I made sure works. Vital kobold components. The fins also do it, but they're not grabbable. That's literally simulating a player grabbing it in game. If I give them a little shake, you can see the little fins are wiggling as well. Rotate to the kobold.
I'm spinning. Okay, that'll do. One down. I would read it, but I don't think Das is the one who gave me the prompt, and I don't think Das is here.
I'm sure they'll be here in a minute.
Yeah, someone give me another one.
So what was the last one? Sorry, what was the last prompt?
Lost/vampires. It ended
Alright.
up somewhere in between two.
Alright then, go for the total opposite. The discovery werewolves. Or found werewolves, if you prefer.
Interesting read that the opposite of loss is discovery. Discovery of Werewolves sounds like a YA novel. A YA
It's
novel
one that
would
I'd
find
read.
on your bedside table.
Yeah.
And you should know, I was in Waterstones today, and I nearly sent you a book to be like, you should get this. But I went to pick it up, and I thought it was about this thick, and it was actually like this thick.
Still, no, I ain't got time to read
And I
books
was
that
like,
thick.
no, Blue won't read that.
I won't read a book that thick, no.
No. I don't have enough points to throw balls. This is sacrilege. Hang on, I got you.
What? That's not fair. Ow! If you want to play, check out a watch more, silly. That's how it works.
They'll watch to see the ball hit you.
Heck.
Think in marketing. I feel like I need to quickly pause my ambient music and listen to Florence and the Machine's Howl for this. It's just important.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
I'm waiting, biding my time to unleash weapon.
How
The power of
dare
Arcanine.
you? How dare you? No! You
legit
dare
always
turn
keep-
my boy against me.
I always keep enough points for an Arcanine if I need one. How do I not make this about Tala? How does one do this?
That's the neat thing, you don't.
Hey, Das, we were wondering when you'd be back.
Hey.
What a moment to come back to.
Ah!
I finished. Yes. Arcanine. Arcanine. This is my power, the temptation of others. Arcanine is good and all, but Abduct is old school fan. I'm still a big fan of 10 balls. Personally. Good
So
bang for your buck.
when I'm done with this, and I'm like done with it, rather than leaping into like the next Avatar project, because in my brain I already have an idea for another one. Crazy, I know. I might do Spook's suggestion of replicating more of my plushies and gradually replacing the footballs with my plushies.
Yes. Or just make a 3D render of the Sadie emote.
I could, if I had the technology, I would do a 3D scan of Sadie. But I don't have the technology.
Sadie at you? This is what happened to Kay.
Now he's got the scars for it.
Sorry, Kay. That's a joke to something that I really fucked up with in real life.
It's partially Kay's fault though,
I
because
know
he didn't react in the slightest.
Core, I know you meant to type Spook, but that's such a funny mistake.
We can screenshot that and put that on Twitter with no context.
Persona for Spark.
It's a stalk.
Oh my god. What links are you posting in chat?
No, oh dear, I hate the internet.
That was in me. How did you have that to hand, Das?
Das, why do you have that?
Hello? Answer me.
Suddenly this is not a safe space.
I can change the subject, but I don't want to suddenly. Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. What do you think we're afraid of on this stream?
Do you know who I am?
Starborg. My dad was watching Star Trek earlier, and I walked in just in time to see William Riker instead of sitting down on a chair normally, like, do that, you know, when
Do
you've
them,
got a
do
chair
the
back-
Riker sit, the Riker sit.
Yeah.
They're
And I was
famous
like,
for the Riker
"Oh,
sit.
the
See,
Riker sit.
see,
The
they
people
know the Riker sit.
Amazing.
We all know the Riker sit.
The Riker sit turned me bisexual. You know what? I get it. I was like, actually, like, oh, right. Wait. I feel like Thane's more the Captain America turns chair around, sits down, than the Riker sit. You know, there's a spectrum.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that the Riker sit is because the actor actually has like really bad back problems.
Mood.
It's literally a spinal thing.
All sexy people have back problems. So you try to drink some transurgence. Oh yeah, so Das, I finished that thing. I finished the poem, the prompt you gave me. It's a tiny little one because I couldn't be bothered. I like that you all just like knew things about this.
Again,
I just threw this in as a topic.
Again, it's been like, I feel like it's been a Tumblr post that I've seen at least 6 times about a commentary on the Riker sit and the fact that they have back problems because of it. Well, not they do it because they have back problems, not the other way around.
Yeah. Can you read it, please? I was waiting for you to get back. I didn't title it because the first line's enough of a banger that you wouldn't title it. It goes. You guys, if anyone here has never read my poetry, you're about to get a crash course on what my poetry sounds like.
Buckle up. Buckle up, buckaroo.
In a very small package. It goes. Oh, I'm nervous. Transience, thy name is sin, unholy thing, that rotting fruit, foul decay known only as the passage of time. Mortal vestigial limb, why not cast off nakedness and be reborn in silk instead? There is more to life than the cold night of a sanguine moon and the growth of roses. You would see this if you sat as I do, between lines of verse and the cry of a nightingale. That's it.
Ooh.
Next one. No nakedness is much preferred to clothes. See, you get it. It feels weird to address poetry with pogs. That's the only way I operate.
Yeah.
When I talk about advancing literature, this is what I mean. Oh, Curl's writing? What? I can send you stuff? Yeah, send me stuff.
Oh yeah, Das has been like working on writing stuff and they've been desperate to send it to you, but they've held back because they know that they've been busy.
Working. Yeah, send me shit. I don't care.
Literally what they were doing last week.
I mean, Das, the last thing you read of mine was my insane, like 4K long over-explaining playlist thing. Which is a thing I did.
Yes, I was aware.
in a hyper-focused haze, because I sorted out all my Dragon Age characters, because I had a combined playlist for my Dragon Age characters, which had sections for each of the three, but I got to a point where I kind of wanted them to have separate playlists, and I put a lot of work into it, and I was like, shit, no one's gonna appreciate it, because I deliberately don't talk about my Dragon Age canon, because it's annoying to do that for people who don't care about Dragon Age. So I was like, enjoyment of this would rely on knowledge that only I have. So I wrote it out, and it's like a big document with like the link to the playlist and then each song and like why that song at that point. It's on my Twitter if you want an evening. Speaking of Dragon Age, what are we doing tomorrow night? We are doing Dragon Age.
We're doing Dragon Age.
I think we're between things, right? In Dragon Age right
now? Yeah,
going back
literally.
To Redcliffe?
Yes. Yes, we finished the Mage Tower.
Tower, yeah. Redcliffe, yes. Hold your horses. Blue might not go straight to Redcliffe. We don't know, but we were throwing that out. Oh no. Do I lean in? Blue, do I lean in or lean away?
Always lean in.
Okay. When this is done, I want it to be known that I did this by accident. Riker, lean in.
Nice one, chat. We've come full circle.
Yep. I'm still thinking of that last EA stream I caught with the Bold Mage dude. Not Niall, the other one. He was bold and very evil, and I loved him. What the fuck is his name?
Oh god, it's gone.
Not Niall, it's the other one. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? That's very true in the Dragon Age universe. Uldred. Uldred is his name. Chat behave, his name's Uldred.
There you go, Liz has got a little beef on his chest now.
Uldred, that's the dude, yeah.
Beef bold! Swole bold. To be fair, I've seen kobolds that are beefier, but I'm not going Stupid.
Just make an absolutely shredded kobold.
I've seen an absolutely shredded kobold.
Isn't that just a dragon?
There's a person who, like, I as someone who has a kobold barbarian that probably has a body type more akin to this, there's a person I follow on Twitter who has a kobold barbarian who is just like a square. I love them. How shredded does your gnome have to be before they evolve into a dwarf?
Chat.
Asking the important questions.
So much just happened in about 5. I feel like any one of the last, like, 5 comments I can't isolate. I am so sorry for writing this. Oh, hell yeah. All the things you just said are good, Okay. I finished this, and I almost don't want to say what happened.
Uh-huh.
Because you'll see it before I did.
Uh-huh.
So I've been kind of doing these as like little one-page poems. And I got halfway down the page and went, oh, whoops.
Whoopsie!
Whoopsie! And I'm not gonna tell you what I intended and what ended up happening, because you'll work it out quicker than I did.
Uh-huh.
So for people who weren't here, Blue gave me Discovery and Werewolves as the opposite of the last prompt. And this is what I wrote. I can't even make this shit up. I will call it something other than monster. I will call it daughter.
Oh fucking hell! Seriously?
Yes, I did this genuinely by accident.
Are you serious?
Yes.
It's the first line, girls.
I know. I thought it was a banger, and I just was like, I didn't realize until I got to a little bit further down. I will feed it, gorge it, nurture it into something nature would never make. Precious mistake of blood flow, you mirror me in absolute. No mortal tatters, you are made of those pieces of me that could not be pruned by humanity. Monster, feral animal, behind all else, it is you we pretend not to be.
Are you fucking serious right now?
I didn't even mean to do it this time.
What do you mean?
What do you... It is a banger, thank you.
I'm not saying it wasn't a banger.
My idea going into it, I was thinking about, like, I was more on the kind of Ilfa Never After thing, where I was like a young girl trying to make sense of it, and then I got to nurture it into something nature would never make, and I was like, yeah, that's a good line. And then I read it back and went, ah, fuck.
God
I've
damn.
already done this.
Now I'm just repeating myself.
Now enjoy what I sent you. I'm not gonna read it while I'm writing. Oh, you'll inhale them in like a minute. Okay, for sure. Just saw the last message you sent me, Des. You have been playing Final Fantasy. You've utilized the word oft correctly.
Oh, is that a call out?
A little bit. Affectionate. Brackets affectionate. Either that or you've been hanging out with me too much.
I mean, it's not been that because no one's been hanging out with you.
Fatality.
Ooh,
Very
nodding.
Nice,
Ooh.
Very nice. Yeah, verily doth. Everyone drop your favorite archaic English. Mine's probably thy.
I mean, considering how often we all use hoomst.
Whomst is very good.
Hoomst is probably mine because I actually use that the most. Hoomst.
Whomstov.
Hoomstov.
Henceforth is amazing. I've just worked out what you typed, stuff. Someone give me a goddamn prompt. Get me out of here.
Distant longing.
Did I do that one already? I kind of did that one today already. Suddenly the Fire Nation attacked. Give me another one. Reunion.
Yeah, let's continue the monster theme. How about Reunion Zombie?
I feel like Zombie's actively hard. I'll go for Reunion though. Werewolf and Vampire, not hard for me, but Zombie? Too far.
Yeah, fair enough.
have
Okay,
been
how
thinking
about
about
Reunion Demon then?
Oh, okay.
Egg.
I can't do a better egg than the Something Rotten musical. Reunion Frankenstein, that's just Frankenstein. All the monsters we deserve if you want to be fancy. Good book, by the way. People should read that. I have written poetry about Solus before. Don't know where it is, but it is somewhere on it. Reunion Arcanine.
No!
Would anyone be mad if I made this about the sexy brutality? None of you have fucking played it, so you can't stop me. Because I would actively pay you to make it about the sexy brutal. Galaxy, have you paid the sexy brutal?
Oh, now you guys got something to talk about. In your DMs.
Yeah?
Slides into your DMs. Sup, baby, I've played Sexy Brutal.
Someone else on Earth has played the sexy brutal. Ah! I need to make a Discord that's just people on Earth who've played the sexy brutal. Gas, I don't want to write about Persephone today. A, because I've already written about Persephone before, but B, today I had to read the worst thing about Persephone I've ever read.
Ooh.
Look, when your basically job is to read rewrites of Greek myth, you occasionally run into some shit ones.
Oh, yikes.
Me and my old boss at Xbox snuck it onto every list because we're like, gang, it's really good, listen to us. Right? Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Yes, after I've written this one, I'll dig up my Persephone poem and read it if you want. I need to put on the theme music for it. This is actually a piece of music you guys would actually, the people Deaf and Blue would know. Because I use it for Lord of Secrets.
Yes.
Secret Keeper. Oh, what's it called?
Mysterious Jazz.
Old Habits, there it is. I'm genuinely serious. If any of my friends play the Sexy Brutal and don't stream it so I can watch, I will take it as a personal offense. Oh, not this piece of music. Why did you do this to me? What is happening in chat? What are you going off about? Oh, the Keeper of Secrets. Right. If Galaxia's played the Sexy Brutal, they might actually get the reference.
Cole's giving 2 bits for Coles. I guess I'll give them to you when you come visit.
I make coffee sometime.
Hey. Thank you, Cole.
Okay.
Oh, hey! Look who it is. Ow. Yep.
He is fiendish, Gilmore, that's correct.
Ah!
Fortune. Does.
And I'm pausing to give Dragon a cuddle. The fun thing about the Key of Secrets is that if it doesn't tempt the character, it might tempt the player.
Kind of the idea. Yeah, the motivation for yeah, the Keeper of Secrets only exists because it is a bait for the player. I was actually intending to make this one longer than 1 page, but actually I think that's kind of good as is. I straight up just made this about the Sexy Brutale. A very specific element of the Sexy Brutale as well. Everyone could suck it, play the Sexy Brutale.
Fair, fair.
And it goes like this. Oh, I should say, no, I won't title it. If you know, you know. It goes like this. Old Vice, Queen of Hearts in the smouldering ruin of your ambition. I am still here, old friend. Old, aging under the grave elm between iron and stone and the weight of the unborn. I have been waiting between diamond and spade for you to remember that love is only found in pure ethanol and honey, ash washed down and swallowed whole.
Yikes, okay.
That's how that goes. Play the Sexy Brutale! I'm so mad! That's technically about the secret ending to the Sexy Brutale, which I have forgotten many times. Flexing so hard. I feel like me flexing really hard on this stream is in relation to the reason why I've missed the last few. Lou knows.
I'm just here going, woo, 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 woo.
Just making noises. Give me another one. Eyebrow wiggly. That's not a prompt, I hope not. I'm glad someone in chat can appreciate that. I would hate to have written that. No one knows what it was about. Temptation Fiends. Yeah, sure. Oh, I said I was going to find the Persephone one as well, wouldn't I? Where did I put that? Where are you?
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Is it in my poetry anthology? Das, you know my poetry anthology better than me. Is it in there? What have you done to chat? I'm busy ruining the world, got you. What the fuck is my poem about Persephone? I know I have one. Bother me now. Where are you? There it is. You told us to behave earlier. We have decided against that. Das, you're like the only person on this earth who's read my poetry anthology, so it felt like fair to ask. Oh, I didn't put... I'm gonna read this and you're gonna be so mad at me. I didn't put this in my poetry anthology because I didn't like it enough.
Oh, okay.
I sorted your FF14 storage. Do I need to sort your poetry storage? I mean this with my whole chest. My Final Fantasy XIV inventory was nothing on my poetry storage. The way I have organized my poetry that I've written over the years, bear in mind I've been writing poetry for a long time, would give anyone an aneurysm. But yeah, no. I do have a poem about Persephone. I technically have two, but I'd never finished the other one. And it's called Persephone Angered, and I decided I didn't like it, but I will read it if you guys want. Which goes like this. We are not a metaphor. He is not every boy who burns ants. I am not every girl who presses flowers in their copy of the bell jar. My mother is not the kind of mother who waits in the dark with just the ticking of the clock for me to come home. Our love is not a metaphor for every misguided soul stuck between death and life, a boy and his fist. I am queen of all dead, women with shattered cheekbones, broken noses. I welcome in the fallen women, lovers of tragic heroes who needed a reason to act. I am home for women who were told for women who were only told to love themselves as much as they loved the nearest man, until their necks snapped under the weight of the tail end of a boy's fractured lust. Please do not laugh at me. Do not make me your romantic heroine. How I got here doesn't matter. He doesn't matter. Only ghosts matter to me now. I will tend the wounds, fill them to the brim with amber and anger, and we will see who laughs in hell.
Fucking dead. That one was cut. That was cut.
Yeah.
Girl.
It didn't fit.
Bruh.
I will say we will see who laughs in hell as a bagger of a way to end a poem.
Yeah, it is.
The technique is that I just write a lot of poetry. I just let the cream just skim the stuff off the top and forget the rest. Yeah, the Stephen King approach is the only thing in which I'm related to Stephen King.
Just get that volume.
Yeah. 600 stories bound to make some of them bangers. Yeah, exactly. How many poems do I have in here? Do we even think? I don't even want to think about it. Still love his discussion with George R. R. Martin. I feel like his discussion with George R. R. Martin is the ultimate healing for writers.
Oh.
Because Stephen King and George R. R. Martin, no matter how you feel about it, are like monoliths, right? And they cover like a wide range of writers' like aspirational goals, right?
Mm-hmm.
One may say quantity and quality, but that's not quite true. But like statistically, one of them is going to be on a writer's like admiration list, and it's just a conversation between the two of them, very frankly, about how much they don't understand how the other one's process works. Which is so therapeutic because no writer works like any other writer. So like, but all writers feel like they should work like every other writer. So it's just like, statistically, you're gonna fall into one of their writing styles, and it will make you feel better about not being the other one.
Right, okay.
Everyone drinks water, yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm making you angry.
I nearly just, because I've just been writing poetry in my iPad, I nearly just did the angry eyebrows just as like... Oh. What did I give him before this? Fiction. I feel like I'll just write another Satan poem. I've written enough Satan poems for one day. Yeah, the 2 poems I wrote before stream, I wrote more than this, but the 2 that have titles, is literally called Irreverency, and Eulogy to an Ode.
You can tell I'm literally a child because for a couple of seconds there I was just rotating the screen and my brain just going... I was just doing that to myself internally. Teeth! Yes, teeth.
Keeps.
Sniffer, sniffer.
I want more prompts.
The game's on your phone.
No, don't let the kobold play Marvel Snap.
No, they play Bejeweled.
Thank God.
It's like that said, POV, you are a gem or perhaps a small crystal.
Damn it!
There you go.
What's wrong with Marvel Snap?
Everything.
No, Marvel Snap is fine. You just won't stop playing it, is the problem. I certainly haven't. I don't like Marvel, and I can't stop playing Marvel Snap. Because it's fun, unfortunately.
I was talking to Spook about the fact that, like, with the TCG for Pokemon, for me, of like, I now have this problem, like, I don't have an issue with the fact that I have loads or anything like that, but I have this issue of like I want to play the game, but when I went to local tournaments, just everyone like I say tournament, it was a casual free play event, but all the people who went there were the people who went to tournaments, so they went with tournament ready decks. So for just a random pleb to turn up and casually play, it was like you can't win any of them. And I was like, it takes a little bit of the fun out of it because it's like if you want to play casually, but everybody else is playing ranked.
Yeah.
So
I'll bring my deck when I come up, and you can kick my ass and feel better.
Sick. So Spook was basically spitballing some ideas with me of potentially doing something on stream that involves me actually being able to like play, but playing.
Wait, is the online one still up?
It is still going, yes.
Yeah,
it is currently in a transitionary phase, though. Pokemon TCG Online is going to be closing down, and they're going to be transitioning to Pokemon TCG Live, but Live is still technically in beta. But they have very clearly made it an announcement of when Live goes fully live, Online will shut down, but we're going to transfer your data over, and I'm like, okay.
I want more prompts.
I'm happy to play. I'd be happy to play Live because Live is going to be mobile compatible. TCG Online is not on mobile.
Yeah.
PC only. So I'll be happy to when Live goes fully live and it's like, hey, you can play on your phone now, and I'll be like, yes, now I'm going to play more often.
You can have the problem I have with Snap, where the PC and the phone one goes together.
Pokemon TCG on my phone. I'll probably
still
lose.
Temptation of the Hero, I will just write another poem about Satan, and I've had enough of that for one day.
I had the same issue with the NTG, basically. There used to be a PvE mode that helped you learn the game, but as soon as you go to game nights to learn more, it so easy to get swamped. Exactly.
I think it's a universal problem with card games, to be honest.
Yeah,
I remember having the same problem with Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, it's a hard threshold to get into, because if you go to any events, the people there have been playing for years and have, things like that. And the issue I had when I went to the tournament was that a lot of people had got these decks that they'd clearly, built and spent money on to buy these specific cards of, because it's, someone running, a full deck with, 4 Eternatus, and I'm like, I've got 1. And I'm not sitting here spending money on individual cards. I'm casually collecting because I'm just a casual player.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, and it's the meta trap again, isn't it? Of well, this is the meta, so you have to play this, and it's I want to play what I want to play.
Yo, yeah. Yeah. Run. Yeah, it's like I enjoy playing Marvel Snap, but every so often, like, someone will be like, hey, you should watch Marvel Snap YouTubers and, like, know what the meta is. I'm like, no.
I don't want to know the meta. I just want to play cards that I think are cool.
I want to play my Apocalypse Dracula deck and have a good time.
Yeah, I want to play my Calyrex Energy Mill deck that sounds disgusting on paper, but is not as disgusting in practice.
Kay, of course you're a discard deck. You knew what that meant, though.
Kay just emerged from the ether to insult you, just be like, you what?
Look, the names of my decks are very funny in this game. So the deck that I play, I call Burn It If You Have To. Which is a discard deck, yeah. Rolling Tiger Odin, I also have a Tiger Odin deck. Look, none of you need to know what these things actually mean, but the names of my decks are just very funny. I'm trying to open it. While I take my meds, everyone remember to take your meds, because I
Have you taken your meds? Have you taken your meds? And your vitamins too. Now you know what to do. You better take your meds.
That's empty. Eat. More drugs.
Drugs.
Take even more drugs from this, but... Yeah, the names of my decks. Little guy ad phase. Odin's got a tiger. Do 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 do. But if you have to, let's boogie. What I say goes, and holding out for a big boy.
Amazing.
I'll say what they are just for K. No one else Google any of this. Odin's got a tiger is Odin, white tiger. Little guy ad phase is a spectrum deck. Burn it if you have to use a discard. Let's boogie as a, you know, Heimdall. What I say goes is nothing at the moment. And holding out for a big boy is a Jubilee Lockjaw deck. Anyway, no one play Marvel Snap.
Don't play Marvel Snap. Do yourself a favour.
Keep your life. Don't be learn from my mistakes.
Learn from my mistakes.
Not Jubilee Infinite. Infinite's in there, yeah. It's just a bunch of massive cards with a Jubilee. White boy walking. Star Wars Disco Heat Death. Okay, anyway. Give me poetry prompts so I can stop thinking about wanting to play Marvel Snap.
Yeah, make a poem that is like vague shaming Marvel Snap about how angry you are that you play it. How
it would just be the word "don't."
Like being angry that you're doing something even though you know you shouldn't and you kind of don't want to, but you're doing it anyway. I guess what I'm describing.
I've probably got like a guilty pleasure.
Yeah. I guess what I'm describing is a poem about addiction.
Yeah. Death of a legend, death of a hero. Y'all's on a specific slant today.
Is it too on the nose to write about how much we want spring to come?
I have done that already.
I thought you might have done, to be honest.
many times. It's truly amazing. I think I have a poem like every season that's like, I want this season to be here and then I want this season to go away. Like, I think almost like on rote. Oh yeah, I have one called I Will Miss the Snow the Most, which is, oh, kills me. which is about wanting winter to be here. And then I think I have someone in here about how much I hate winter. It's amazing. Older woman tending a garden, there's a problem. This is when you tell me you have 7 of those. I have bad news.
Oh dear. Remember when I challenged you to write that story from the perspective of a tree?
I still have it.
Hey. Cool.
I have a thing I think it will fall into. And I can remember to work on it.
I had the realization today that I need to get this model done because I had an idea for a TikTok that uses it. Yep.
Hey, see you, Galaxia.
Bye! Thanks for coming. Now I've got to find the audio that I want to use that you guys can appreciate. Elusive. It's this one, god, it's so stupid, but I want to use it. The caption being when you're only 10 XP from leveling.
Oh, what's up, bro?
It's nothing personal.
Huh?
That's all it is. But I want to use this guy for it. I just want to use his little face and just be like, ah!
I hilariously didn't hear it because I have the stream muted. So I will find out when you make it.
Oh, what's up, bro?
It's nothing personal.
Huh?
Frog, I need you to know that I did write the Death of a Legend, Death of a Hero one. Because I had an idea as I was waiting for another one. You've given me a word that I don't know what it is. I will Google it.
Something here. Twisty.
Frog, you've given me a word which is low-key what my poetry anthology is about. That's basically what the last poem. I've got the last poem in Ophelia Says Goodnight is called Ode to Humanity, and that's basically what it's about. I read about that pretty often, actually. I didn't know it had a word. I've learned something today. Give me another one. I wanted to just blitz through a bunch of poetry today, and I'm glad I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I've been in the mood for it.
Steaming through it.
I love just writing a bunch of poetry, because I find... Okay, when I'm writing poetry, the less I think about it, the better. When I'm editing poetry, I need to think about it a lot. But I edit poetry very rarely, because as I said, I write a lot of poetry, but I only take away and collect the good stuff. And they're the only ones I've ever edited, so. Time stop? Why did I immediately think of Dialga and Palkia? That's not where I want to go. I can give you a ton of them if you want a list. I've literally got a Google Doc that's just prompts that people have sent me over time.
Yeah.
Just keep shoving them in there.
My brain just says that was something and I was like, Game Freak could never do it. But I was like, could you imagine if they were doing a long play and the DLC for Scarlet and Violet ties into, like, Legends Arceus and BDSP by having Dialga and Palkia in it because time travel?
I would believe that, actually. Like,
I feel like Game
they
Freak
had a
wouldn't do
consistent theming. I mean, all the Dialga, Palkia, Arceus stuff links up. Like, we've talked about this before, how those movies all link together and the anime link to it, and
Yeah, but that's not Game Freak. That's movie writers. Different kettle of fish.
yeah. But it wouldn't be above them to think of it. Especially when Dialga and Palkia are concerned, because they're so easy to link to.
Yeah. Because there was at most a tenuous link to literally BDSP and Legends Arceus, aside from the fact, obviously, that they were technically in the same region. But there was only really a tenuous link, which was the Manaphy story. Which was very funny, because people were very confused about it for a while. Then Legends Arceus came out and everyone went, oh, okay. For those who don't know what I'm going on about, they left instructions on how to get Manaphy and Legends Arceus in BDSP. It was the only thing in BDSP that was different from the original. It was the only thing in the whole game that was, like, different and added in, which was they added in a book in a library, and it was a kid's story, and that story was instructions on how to find Manaphy and Legends Arceus. Hi, baby. What you doing?
I don't know why I thought you were talking to Phoebe.
Hello, Sadie. Ooh, beans. You sticking your bean right in my face. You know, she's doing that thing where she sticks her one leg out, like, perfectly
Yeah.
straight. Kiss your beans. Mwah. Guess who's coming on the weekend? Ow! Ooh, big eyes. Very big eyes. Okay, put you down. Ah. Put you on Dad's chair.
I did time stop. I did that prompt. It's achieved.
That one was very quick.
Yep. I'll read it, I guess. I actually considered not, but this is time stop. Let it slow for a moment. This can just be a message unsent, a condensed breath. If it all echoed here forever, this grass would crunch with unthawed dew and unblossomed crocus forever. Forever. It would never be anything more. It would be simply picturesque, that's all. Just a beautiful image, nothing else. Because we had to get a sad one in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Phoebe will probably show up at some point in chat, don't worry.
Yay! She's got half an hour to turn up.
And in that half an hour, I'm sure she will. Because my dad will probably go to bed and then she will want to have cuddles. Oh, Frog gave me things. I was too in it. Message in a Bottle is a good one. I feel like I've written a lot like it, but I'm gonna save it for my future use. That's my big prompt list, though. Give me more stuff. I've saved Frog's ones for later for me. So give me more. This is gonna. They can just literally be words, chat. They don't have to be poetic in and of themselves.
Coffee.
Coffee? I've written so many poems about coffee.
Hi, Voss.
Hello. Welcome to my poetry marathon, Feet Kobold. A one blanket as a prompt. Okay. Thank you, Frog. Hey, Chaotic.
Oh, hi! Mein friend has appeared. Oh, sad. Health check from Core. Core is also here to make sure we're looking after ourselves.
Today you make me sit up, right?
I know, God, making sure that everybody has good posture and is drinking water. Everybody, chat. Ah! Heck! Hello! Hi!
Hello, hello. Drinking tea so close enough to water.
Aw, Gamble, thank you
I'm
for
not allowed
following! Hello. Have you come over from the Fury Hub? These eye shapes. Ah! You've barely been here 5 minutes and you're already throwing stuff at me!
That's how long it takes.
Ah! Heck. All of you get hecked.
I'm glad you're all abusing Blue when I'm writing a very sweet and
Haha! Deflected! Aha! Box has blocked it!
Paladin unlocked. You gave us these tools.
It's called it's called engagement. Ow! It's got engagement, Kay!
I'm gonna let them get this out of the system before I read a very nice poem about blankets.
I need a blanket.
I wonder if the box can deflect Arcanine. Kind of.
I don't want to test it.
Well, the thing is, I've seen it, but the Blue's model leaves the screen. It just takes the box with it.
Yeah.
Good chat.
Getting these customization options put in.
Y'all want my poem about blankets or what?
Yes, I want a blanket, please. People keep throwing things at me.
No? Okay, bye. Please read us the nice blanket poem. This is low-key, actually, I'll see if you can get it. There is a reference to a piece of media in here, and if you get it, you get a cookie.
Ooh.
Insomniac's chamomile balm of the uneasy. You could make a home from bed sheets and pillows if you need it enough. In small comforts and forgiving laminate, there can be love in most things. Even here, even now.
Aww. Aww. No,
There you go,
don't
makes
that
up
just
for my
make you
last
want to
bad one.
snuggle up in a blanket?
It wasn't towards you, Kels. The others to be asked to behave will always be no. Valid.
Let's save this and give it a export. Unity test number 6. Selected objects, apply scalings, FBX all. Export. Then go find my various folders. Is it my downloads? It's not going to be in my downloads.
Because no one got it. I don't think there is a very slight series of unfortunate events reference.
There is? Read that shit back to- Ow! Read that shit back to me again.
Do you want me to just read the bit with the reference in it, or do you want me to read the whole?
Go on then, we'll give us the reference bit.
You can make a home from bed sheets and pillows if you need it enough.
Oh, you're right.
Window. I think what's it called? The wide window? No, not the wide window. The first one, I think. Right?
I think it was the first one, yeah.
There's a scene in Series Unfortunate Events, both the TV series and in the book, where in like the worst place in the world they make a little blanket fort.
Yeah.
And the narrator, the Lemony Snicket says something like, basically along those lines. You can make anything into a home if you need it. Series Unfortunate Events, very good.
It is. It's very good.
Series. Fucking madness.
No, right?
It's why I grew up to be this person.
It explains a lot. Yeah, I remember when they did the Netflix adaptation. People were like, "It's so depressing," and everyone who had read the books was like, "Yeah,
yes, it is." The first thing it tells you to do is not to read it.
Points at the title. Weren't you listening?
Every 4 pages, it tells you to close the book and you'll be happier in your life. Like, repeatedly. God, I love this book. The first, like, long-form piece of writing I ever did is I wrote an entire Series of Unfortunate Events novel.
Amazing. Wow.
I still have it somewhere. It is the origin of my, I mean, it's obvious if you think about it a lot. The reason why a lot of my older OCs have characters where their houses burned down.
Ah, right. Yes. Yeah, that needs to...
Yeah, he was a genius in that he knew that the moment you tell a child, hey, don't do this, stop doing this, it was the only thing they wanted.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody was going to read it. Ooh, I've got so many blend shapes. I think this one can be deleted. Actually, it's not being used now. And this is renamed to test 06.
Give me more words, chat, or characters, or whatever.
Duplicate it and then call it test
Oh,
06.
Speaking of characters, chat, I refuse to speak more on this, but just so people in chat know, I have started God of War Ragnarok.
Ooh!
I have started it. I am not far into it, don't tell me shit. But I have started.
Good.
And I need you to know that the muscle memory I have from doing that Valkyrie fight every day for like a month meant that I started doing mechanics before the tutorial gave them to me.
Yeah.
My parry timing. How many times have you cried at it so far, huh? In the first 20 minutes, I cried twice.
I mean, it's a strong opener to encourage tears. It's a strong
Sure
opening.
is. I cried 4 times, yeah. It caught me off guard. I've managed to avoid literally everything about this game. So... very excited.
Duplicate this one. Move it off to the side.
Things got me in the opening that I didn't expect to get me. Right, anyway. People give me more words. Not God of War related, because I don't want to talk about it for chat reasons. I also did like an amount of oh god, not all people in chat will know what this means. Blue will though. I did an amount of excited like tippy tappies.
Yes, tippy tappies.
Like people in my house were like, "What's going on?" I'm so excited.
Happy tippy taps. The happy
Also,
taps.
Okay, I said we weren't going to talk about it. But we will talk about this. Has the most amount of accessibility options up front that I've ever seen in a video game. Truly an insane amount, and I'm so happy they're all there. It's literally like, hey, do you want the like quick start where you get like the standard like brightness subtitles options, or do you want the like I need options? And like the amount of them is so good. More words, chat.
I'm making animations for expressions.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Oh, that's why someone said, "Oh, sad baby."
Yeah, he was making a sad face. Where's the smile
I can't
gone?
see blue stream because my mic's in the way.
Smile. And then we want eyebrows up. Yeah. Happy.
But let's start singing "Happy Sad" from the Adam Sandler musical one, but I couldn't remember the rhythm. Prophecies unfolding. It's potentially a good one because me and Naren did the most recent Final Fantasy 14 raid before the stream started.
I feel like I gotta have the eyes going a little bit wide on the big
For
grin.
sure. Love that raid. It truly slaps. Do I know any of the mechanics? No. it's fun.
Mischief.
I don't care. Look at that chaos! Oh my god!
I know.
I went from I went to New York then. Oh my god!
Mischief. That's what this little guy's about. It's about the mischief.
Thank you, boss.
Buzz doing their duties, doing screenshots again. Yes, Buzz. I feel like tomorrow morning, if I get time, because tomorrow's the double stream day, I need to get into VRC and be doing another, like, progress video to put on Twitter and stuff of just this little guy's faces. Where were we? Grin. Done. Angry! Expression. Snarl. Brow angry. Yeah. that you'll never, 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 never forget. I think the next customization stuff that I might make will be like maybe alternate horns and things.
Sick.
Potentially I might get some like back spines, like a little ridge going down the back. Sort of Spyro-esque potentially. Okay, Shumi, thank you! We're gonna be finishing in like 15 minutes. Thank you for dropping by! Love you loads! Let's have a look, see. Preview. Angry. In. Happy. Idle. Sad. Angry, green, happy, idle, sad. Okay. Excuse me, goodness.
I finished Prophecies Unfolding. It goes like this.
Mhm.
In the end, they will call it fate. For now, it is just my will. Leo at zenith. We make victim of our faults the moon and stars rather than call it human nature. Unwinding of clockwork into merely brass. Hands. The ephemerality of time in the mind of something with a mere 5 senses. A lion above us mocking our certainty.
Jeez.
Next.
Next, you're going to do another. Oh, I was about to say you're going to do another one in 10 minutes. You did one in about 5 minutes earlier, so what should I even say?
This will probably be my last one.
Yeah, it should be. That's crazy.
To be fair, part of that one is Shakespeare. I did read it, Dax. I read both of them. Don't forget how fast I can read. I literally do it for a living.
Yep. Let's make another new one, which is pupil underscore slit. The record. Add a property. Nope. Select the mesh.
Give me one more.
And pupil slit up to 100.
Exaltation? Give me a different one.
I don't like that one.
Too similar to things I've written already today. Give me a simpler one.
Let's hide the duplicate. Go back to this one. I think we just straight up do a build and test.
I've written a poem about being a lesbian already today.
Only one?
Yep. Eulogy to an ode. Today.
Desktop mode VR chat.
Yeah, let's go. Prompt fatigue.
Too real, too close to home. Those dark shadows under my eyes do not lie.
Oh, amen. I'll do something similar to that, Daz.
Wait for everything to load. Go. Initializing. Will the new expressions have registered in? Lego to the mirror. No, I don't have a custom home world yet. Avatars. Oh god damn it, I'm a fool. Details. Test number 6. I've lost 0.1 millimeter of height. What the heck is this? Why am I shorter?
Welcome to my life, bitch.
Why am I shorter? Shrunken slightly. There. Well, our mouth movements still seem to be working, as does the blinking and the eye movements, which is good. Snoot. Right, buttons. This one. Oh! Oh, there we go, it works. This is so sad.
Oh.
Huh? Smile. That's good. Angie. Clipping. Oh no, that's just the inside of the lips. As the lips move. Mouth shapes. Owen and Blue makes noises. I do this very frequently. Yes. POV, you've taken their cheeky nuggies.
Y'all have made that joke already. That's the same joke twice.
Look at this. This is the energy that we're trying to invoke.
Is it?
Yes. I'm just a little guy.
I've seen that in the corner of my room at 4 a.m.
Yeah, just sort of sit down here, just like, hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Gonna eat that? Right.
Seeing this, like, just above where I'm writing poetry is so funny.
Yeah, that's just the dichotomy of us, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, take a step back. Camera, photo camera. We're still floating. And also, one of our feet is crooked for some reason. That's weird because they should be symmetrical. Why is one foot crooked?
That posture.
I mean, they are a kobold, so.
Malformed hip joint from personal experience.
I mean, the hips look level, I'll be honest. It looks to be the ankle. It's got ankles.
Oh, I twisted his ankle.
Oh, it's just like, ah! Anyway. Ah! Heck!
I feel like I can't put that word in this because people are going to meme about it.
Anyway. Okay. We got new expressions have been put in. Yay!
I think I'm writing the perfect poem to finish the stream on, by the way.
Excellent. Right, I can exit out. Ah, let's close that down. Save that. Ah, stop throwing things at me!
Yeah, get out your system now, chat.
Heck! Okay, when it comes to... This is me now vocalizing things. When it comes to the body customization animation, they have to be saved as animations and then they need to be put into a menu for people to, like, open in-game and, like, activate on and off. Which I have done in the past because I've done it with the Wings on Blues model. I just can't remember how to do it off the top of my head, but also it's literally 3 minutes till stream ends, so I'm not going to start doing that. This avatar can be used as a custom fallback. Dope. Okay. So yeah, so... Ah! Oh!
Oh, I heard that.
Guys, if you want to contribute to my medical bills, there's a donate button down below.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Legal reasons, that is a joke. That is a joke. Oh, good. That was my elbow. It's always my elbow.
Damn elbow.
It's always my damn elbow, my broken ass elbows. My kobold has broken ankles, and I've got broken elbows. I always have the problem whenever I'm going between Unity and Blender is that I end up trying to use the movement controls of the wrong program.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand. Everything should be symmetrical, so I don't understand why one of the feet is crooked when the other one isn't. Who's to say? Who's to say? Yeah, so... there will be an art stream tomorrow during the daytime, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to continue working on this and might potentially look at those little back spikes that I just talked about and look at getting them added in. Maybe even add some to the tail. Toying with the idea of also alternate horns, but I need to make the current ones toggleable on and off first, and then there's a few things I got to do with that. For example, I gotta fill in the gap underneath them so that if they're turned off, there isn't a hole in the head. Few things to do still quite a few things to do on the model. And then after that, it's gonna be Dragon Age.
Dragon Age.
Dragon
Baby
Age.
Dragon Age.
Yeah, so do art from 2 until 5, and then I stop for a few hours to go have dinner and get some fresh air and touch grass. And then I come back at about 8 o'clock with this lovely lady again, and we're going to play Dragon Age. We didn't get to play last week. She was busy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's our schedule for tomorrow. I'm pretty much ready to call it there, because I'm not going to start anything new. And it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, should I read this to see us out?
Yes, please.
It's like a... It's like the end of the CBBS kind of moment.
It's the end of the story. You cuddle my plushie. I got my plushie all here.
You ready? So run nice and cozy. Are we ready? I literally just wanted this to be cozy as hell. So, the prompt I took from Das's was good night. Twilight dew, the freezing fog, the deer and fox emerge from hazy day, and we can see the gentle lilac for them. In the balmy violet of gentle night, we say good night to human sensibilities. It is time for moss, mushroom, firefly, hedgehog, Stars gossip with the blossoming snowdrops about the glorious waxing of the moon. Soon it will be full, and under moonlight shimmer, we can kiss the day goodbye. But for now, we say good night, dear reader. Good night. Good night.
Good night!
Done.
Good night. That's it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna press the button. That was beautiful. I love it. I especially love the deer and the fox. Bye, everybody!